I have two more questions for you guys, and the first one is just kind of a personal one for me. I think the list of teams that you haven't faced is shorter than the teams that you've faced, and you can each answer this. If you had a Wayback Machine and you could face one team that you haven't faced.
Already. I think everybody knows. Legendary Road Warriors. You know, it was kind of sad, and it kind of bothered us, you know, the day we found out Hawk died, because a month prior to that, him and Animal came in Philadelphia and had a match with RVD and Kane, and it was pretty much the start of something where their comeback, so to speak. And you know, unfortunately, a month later, you know, Hawk passed away. You know, it bothered us a lot because we watched those guys growing up. You know, I mean, we're a tag team. Everybody compares us to the Road Warriors. What tag team out there, you know, would be best for us to wrestle and to work with within the Legendary Road Warriors? You know, that would have put the stamp of approval right there. That would have almost been literally passing the torch.
You know, I'll never forget when they walked in to the arena in Philly. You know, we were standing about 30 to 40 yards away from each other, and you know, all the guys were greeting them, and you kind of saw the twinkle in Hawk's eyes, because when he saw us, he knew that the potential was there, and it just never happened. WWE wasted them that night, totally wasted them. And you know, the saving grace was at least me and Devon got to work with Animal and Rick Steiner. You know, that was cool. You know, working with one half of the Road Warriors, one half of the Steiners, two of the greatest tag teams respectively, you know, in the business. So that was cool, but it'll never be, you know. We got to work with the Steiners. You know, maybe one day we'll get to work with Harlem Heat. You know, thank God we don't have to work with the Nasty Boys anymore. So,
you know, I look at it this way. I mean, the day we ever get a chance to probably work with the Legendary, you know, Road Warriors is when the day we're all up there and doing what we got to do. I'm just like so many who have passed on. I'm sure they're up there having WrestleManias like crazy.
Absolutely. Now, I know you guys touched on this when I opened up with the first question, but just briefly, kind of give a synopsis, look into the camera. Why should you choose, if you want to be a professional wrestler and you're serious about it, why should you choose the Team 3D Academy?
It's very easy why you should choose our academy. It's because you're being trained by guys who have made it in the pro wrestling industry, and guys who some say are the top of the tag team division history. Now, we're not saying we're the best, but we've accomplished a lot in this business. And what you have to remember is it's a business, and we know how to succeed in this business. No matter what you do, no matter what wrestling school you choose, make sure you're choosing one that is run by people who have made it and are successful. They've made money. They've wrestled for the WWE. They've wrestled for the NWA, the AWA, TNA, major companies. Don't just go to some guy's wrestling school because he's got a wrestling ring in a warehouse. Because if you don't know what the hell his name is and what he's did, how is he going to teach you how to become a millionaire? That's the best advice I could give any potential wrestling student.
Enough said. Testify.
Now, in just a few moments, we're going to take a further look at the Team 3D Academy. I just personally want to take this moment and thank you guys, not only for having me here today, but I want to especially take this moment on air to thank you for all your contributions to professional wrestling and sports entertainment. It has been an absolute pleasure watching you guys over the year, and I'm looking forward to see how the Team 3D Academy works.
Cool, bro. Thanks.
All right, we're now here with Jesse Neal and Rob Terry, both graduates of the Team 3D Wrestling Academy. They can also be seen Thursday nights on Spike TV for TNA Impact. Guys, you've obviously been through this school. You've gone on to the professional level. What are some of the attributes, what are some of the things that you feel have set you apart coming to this school and stepping into the world of professional wrestling?
Man, I'll tell you what, man, I've been dreaming about this since I was 5 years old, and when I first came through the door, I met Bubba, and it was just a real good experience right off the bat, you know, and knowing that they're actually here training, it's like it legit is the best school in this country because they are here the whole time training. And my first year here, I was with Bubba and Devon. They were here every day with me, busting my butt, man, you know, showing me the ropes and all that good stuff. And I would be nowhere near where I am at today without those guys.
And you know, a lot of schools you don't necessarily get that. You'll get perhaps your trainer outside the ring because some of them are older, they're not active anymore. How much of, I mean, I kind of already know the answer to the question, but when your mentors can actually get in there and go over things with you, I think that's got to be invaluable.
Well, a good thing about that is that they're still at the top of their game, you know, and they're bringing us in here, you know, being new guys and stuff, and they know the wrestling business. The wrestling business is always changing from day in and day out, and they know it because they're still at the top of their game, and they're definitely instilling that in us right now.
Now, Rob, when you were looking to get into this business, what drew you to the Team 3D Academy? What made it kind of stand out? I'm sure it's probably some of the things that Jesse touched on, but what kind of made it stand out for you as opposed to maybe another wrestling school?
Sure. Well, the actual reality is that, I mean, I'm from the UK, and there really aren't too many places you can come to, like this place here in Kissimmee, Florida, that has the complete package. I mean, they got the conditioning, you've got the psychology, the wrestling training. It's just a complete package overall, and there's not too many places in the world that you can come to get this experience and knowledge. So I'm very thankful that I'm here in this environment. You know what I mean? So it's great.
Now, how big also do you guys feel, and I'll give you both the chance to answer this now, being in TNA, being on the same active roster as Bubba and Devon, how is that for you guys to, not only did they teach you, but you still have them, like you said earlier, they're in the business, they're at the top of their game, but you have them there to rely on constantly, to mentor you, to push you. You know, that's I've got to assume it's got to be an awesome thing.
It's a crazy feeling because not only we're still here at the school, still learning, because in every day in this business, you're always got to be learning something. And here at practice, it's totally different because there, you know, of course it's on a different level and stuff like that, but we're still here training and stuff, and it's crazy when we show up at TNA, you know, and they're right there with us and, you know, high-fiving us, shaking our hands, you know, doing all that good stuff and making a good product there for TNA. It's a really good, and it's a true honor to be there with those guys.
Everything he just said.
Oh, come on.
But also, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, if you're in a job and you want to progress, it's really important to, you know, put the work in, and this is the ideal place to do that. Even though we're in the TNA roster, I mean, we get to practice and hone our skills here at Team 3D Academy. So that makes us, hopefully, that'll make us better wrestlers here and on TV. So definitely, it's definitely a positive thing.
Well, if you want to look at something, and I think this is a great example of what perhaps may set the Team 3D Academy apart from other schools, and not to put down other schools, but you two both have, you know, huge opportunities in front of you. Rob, at the upcoming TNA pay-per-view, you'll be defending the Global Championship. So here's a guy who's not only already in the professional wrestling industry, but has a major title around his waist. And Jesse, at the upcoming pay-per-view, you'll actually be stepping in there with your mentor. That's got to be an awesome feeling for you guys. You know, think back, and you know, maybe just a couple months ago. I mean, in your wildest dreams, I realize you always dream that you're going to succeed, and you have to be successful. But how surreal is it for you guys sometimes?
I've actually been thinking about that the past couple weeks and laying awake many hours at night the past couple weeks, just thinking about being in that ring with Bubba. Man, it's just, I was a kid seeing him do his thing back in the ECW days and stuff like that. And it's just, I would have never thought in a million years to be stepping foot in TNA on live TV at Slammiversary with my mentor and my trainer. You know, it's an overwhelming feeling, and I can't really even say it in words. I guess I did just say it in words, but it's just when it's there, when it's there, you know, and it's actually happening, it's gonna be surreal. It's gonna be crazy.
Just being there, you know, it's a dream come true, and you know that. Every time I look at it, I have to pinch myself sometimes, but that's what gives me the drive and determination to be in that business and succeed and be the best that I can be. And that's exactly what we're both going to do, so be the best we can be.
Now, my final question for you guys is, I had Bubba and Devon in the ring here. I asked them this question. They gave me their take on it. But as students, I'm going to ask you now, why, if you're a prospective professional wrestler and you want to get into this business, why should you choose the Team 3D Academy?
Because, frankly, Bubba and Devon don't BS. That they don't bring people in here to beat them down, to make them throw up, or to push them to the limit. Of course, we do push them to the limit, but it's also here to learn. And plus, this school is, we don't say one thing and do another. It really, truly is the strongest, the best school to even go to. If you want to invest your money in a school, Team 3D Academy is the place to go. I've been here for 3 years and a couple of months now, and I still come. It's insane because every day you're learning more, and they're here with us, and they're wanting to teach us new things. They want to make professional wrestling a better business for us to wrestle in.
there's not a day that goes by that you're in this school and you don't learn something. I mean, I just wish that I'd have come here so much earlier. You know what I mean? It's just it's the best place to be. It's the only place to be to succeed and really get into this business and have the full knowledge. You've got the trainers to condition you. You've got Bubba and Devon, the psychology. Everything is there. This is the total package for getting into this business. Full stop. That's it.
And it's really hot, so you can lose a lot of weight too.
Well, I thank you guys very much for taking the time out to talk to us. No problem at all. We wish you guys the best of luck in your future endeavors, and I know you both have bright futures ahead of you guys, so keep it up.
Thank you.